everyone. I am Amber Hauk, the host of the Embracing the Golden Years podcast. I have a special guest here, and I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi, Amber. My name's Tammy Landreth Leary, and I am a Regional Director of Business Development for Skilled Nursing Facilities.
Perfect. I just have a couple questions for you. These questions are going to be in regards to when family members or maybe even people themselves are looking for when to transition to a skilled nursing facility or nursing home care. And I thought maybe you'd be the perfect person to help us answer those questions. So our first one would be, what defines a nursing home or a skilled nursing facility to you?
A skilled nursing facility or a nursing facility is someone that provides that care for somebody that cannot do it for themselves at home. They provide 24-hour nursing care. They provide physical, occupational, and speech therapies. They make sure that they are providing activities and socialization that not only meet the qualifications for mental and physical stimulation, but they also meet the spiritual needs of that individual. Everything is individualized in a nursing facility according to their care plan.
Perfect. And who typically would qualify for nursing home care, and how is that decision made?
So the typical person for a nursing facility would be somebody that cannot meet their needs at home anymore. They are unable to get dressed. They are unable to transfer. They are unable to do their bathing. Basically, their activities for daily living skills need to be provided by somebody else, or somebody that has recently had a surgery or an illness that has made them decline where they need a little bit more therapy to get stronger to go home. And that decision is usually made with the family member, with the resident or patient, under the advisement of a physician or a social worker at the hospital or at the clinic that they're going to, or their home health providers.
Right. Okay. So, how do nursing homes support both the short term rehab and the long term care needs of their residents?
They do this by providing a range of services under one roof. Short-term care is often provided by an individual or to an individual that is recovering from an illness or injury or a surgery that they need more services after that so that they can get stronger to get back home. Mainly physical, occupational, speech therapy. Long-term care services are provided to an individual that has ongoing medical needs. They cannot meet their needs at home, their family seeing that, hey, they're falling a lot, or hey, they go in and visit and they are not taking care of themselves. They're not eating, they're leaving the stove on, or, things are just not the same. So they require a little bit more assistance than what they can get at home. So those are the things that we do in a facility.
Perfect. So, we know that making this decision of when nursing home care is appropriate for a family member, even for yourself, is a hard one to make. Sometimes family members feel pretty guilty about that decision, or maybe even sometimes individuals just are downright scared of entering a nursing home and coming to the realization that's the level of care they need. How do families ease that transition and reduce feelings of guilt or resistance of coming to the conclusion that a nursing home is the right care for them?
I really don't think there's any way to alleviate that guilt. We always, as caregivers, I've been through it myself as a caregiver, it is something that you think that you never will have to face. But to kind of help ease that stress, having those conversations early with your loved ones, talking to them about what it's like to go to a facility and what their expectations are. That way, when it does become time, in your heart that you've had those conversations and that mom or dad or grandma or grandpa are good with this, that they don't want you to have to stress over that everyday care at home. So I say start conversations early with those loved
Right.
ones, going out and touring many facilities. If it's time to make that decision, go out and tour a lot of different facilities and just set your mind at ease, get to know the people in them, check them out on social media. That's a big thing. If their social media page is lacking, then what are they lacking in house? So make sure that they're doing fun activities. Um, and that they're sharing success stories and that people are happy. So when you go in and tour, talk to people.
Perfect. Great advice. Do you have any suggestions for families when it comes to the financial planning involved in choosing a nursing home?
Understand your loved one's insurance policies or plans. Make sure you know what they have. Do they have Medicare? Do they have a state funded Medicaid plan? Are they on an Advantage plan or a replacement plan? Know what those services cover and what they do not cover.
Right.
Um, I'll always have that in mind. Some of my best advice is to go talk to a business office manager in a facility and know what is needed and how to prepare for those decisions. Also, seeking out the advice of an elder law attorney or an elder financial planner would be a very smart idea, even prior to the steps of long term care.
Perfect. Do you have a final message you would like to give the listeners trying to make this very difficult decision?
Trust your instincts. That's,
I like
that's the
it.
big thing. Trust your instincts. When touring a facility, you get gut feelings. You
Yep.
see things. Trust those gut feelings. Ask the questions. Don't be afraid to ask, what is your nursing staff like at night? Don't be afraid to ask, what's your food like? Can I see what your food is like? What kind of activities do you do to engage your residents? Are they just centered around just a few activities, or do they have multiple things going on in the facility? What are your visiting hours? And when you tour a facility, don't just tour during normal business hours. Go on the after hours. You get a true picture. Go ahead and schedule a tour, but then go back in that evening
Right.
and see it for yourself on a one-on-one basis. Talk to the nurses and the CNAs when you're doing your tour. Ask them what they like about their job. Ask those people those questions. Take the time to tour. They're there to tour you. They're there to be showing you around. Um, so being involved with your loved one when they're moving into a facility
Right.
is also one thing I always advise people. Make sure that you make their move in very comfortable by bringing in a special blanket from home, a few pictures to have a family photo around, just making them comfortable.
That's perfect. Well, thank you so much for answering all our questions. I think they were super helpful and will help people when they're making this tough decision. I appreciate you.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course.